Hello, America. It is I, Big Rocky, and I will be soon joined by my partner, Big Mista. Uh, our starting lineup for today in row one will be Connor or not Connor. It'll be Handel and Connor, followed by row two, OTF and Nook. Row three will be Devin, and I think that's Devin and Trey. And the next row will be Go-Kart Chris, and starting in last will be the number 03. No clue who that is, but oh well. I believe we will be going green. Yeah, we will be going green this time. You know, my pick to win this race is none other than that. Usually, I would say Napa. Well, it kind of is Napa, but my pick to win this race is that Toys R Us Spirit Halloween Napa number 9 machine of Connor. Connor, I believe, was your winner last time we went to Indy in these Xfinity cars, soon to be O'Reilly cars. But I hope and Connor can get it done again, as we will be setting to be going green this time. And boogity, boogity, boogity! Let's go racing, boys! Now Connor looking to the outside. Connor's looking. He's looking. He's got to run. Handle into turn one. Oh, Handle stuffs Connor into the wall. Will Connor retaliate? Here comes OTF to the inside of Connor. Handle into the wall. Connor turns himself. Oh no, around goes the Toys R Us machine, and Connor will save it, but that's going to be real bad lost time from Connor. I believe he's going to go, he's going to go second to last. Here comes Devin now. Devin's looking. Is Devin going to get there? No, OTF shoves Devin somewhat in the wall, and we got a wreck. Who's that? I think that was Go-Kart that got involved with that. No clue. Let's focus back on the lead. As here comes Devin now to the inside of Handle. Oh, Handle's chastaining the wall. No clue what happened with Handle on that one. But OTF shoves Handle into wall. Handle down to fourth. First to fourth in like one corner. Wow. Handle saying he deserves that. Oh, well. As OTF now is going to try to catch up and challenge Devin for the lead, as he does. He's going to try to challenge Devin for the lead. Hopefully. I wouldn't say hopefully, but let's see if OTF can get there. As Trey, we got a caution. Apparently something to do with that Nook car. I will say I do like Nook's car. It's a pretty cool car. So is Pickle Chris and Connor. As Connor goes around under pacing. Uh-oh. I would assume, yeah. I was about to say, I would assume if this would, nobody's going to pit, this would be a quick yellow, and yes, it is, because we're going green this time. Can that 9 machine of Connor capitalize on this restart? Can that 16 of Chris capitalize on this restart? What about the 81 of Go-Kart? Or what about looking way back, our pole sitter Handle? And then Nook, but your front three is who you get. If you're Connor and Chris, you got a Pat and everybody back. You got three guys who are really hungry for wins. Devin, Trey, and OTF. Chris is also hungry for wins. But as we're coming back to the restart zone, right on board with Connor. And we're back green as Connor gets shoved out by Chris. Connor now looking for third from Trey. I believe Trey is his teammate. Could be wrong about that one. As Connor now settling into the first turn. Oh, Connor shoves the 0-3 into the wall. Probably not on purpose, but yeah. As Devin's pulling away from OTF. Let's see if... As Trey's looking to the inside of Connor, he's going to shove from Handle Connor into the wall. Trey into the wall, and Connor's going to go for a little spin. Saves it. But that's going to cost Connor a lot of time as he goes all the way to the back of the field. That's right on board with Handle, who's in the thick of that crash. Here comes Chris looking to the inside. Here comes Trey. Everybody into the wall, basically back in the pack, except for Chris, it looks like. Now Chris and Handle are trying to get back to the front two as we might see a lead change here. Let's see if we got a lead change between our two leaders, OTF and Devin. And OTF just had a slightly better corner that time around. OTF is gonna get there. Oh, we got a wreck in the back. Was that Connor? No, it was not Connor. It was Go-Kart. He hit the pit wall. Caution. Anyone hit the pit wall? I think that was an intentional yellow. And he's going to get a 1.5 out of 3. Might be an intentional caution, but maybe. Is this going to be a quickie yellow, or are we going to have pitters? Yeah, we're going to have pitters pit this time from race control. Yeah, these drivers are really talented. I'm glad we don't have some sweats in the field, but as I am waiting my broadcast partner, Big Mista, but for now, I'll have to be doing this by myself. As we will be pitting this time. Is there going to be any people that stay out? Nobody stays out. As we got a speeder, it's Devin. Devin has sped in pit road, and we got a stack up in pit road. It looks like the 0-3. Let's watch who gets out first in pit road. Let's see. $95 being sent to the back for speeding on pit road. See who gets first off of pit road. It looks like it's gonna be Chris. Chris is going to get first off of pit road, followed by OTF Trey, the 0-3, Nook, and Connor. The 45 being sent to the back, or it might have been Connor, then Nook, and then Handle. But we will be going green this time. Unless there's a huge-ass wreck. Speaking of wrecks, the 81 of Go-Kart goes around. Go-Kart is the reason why we have this caution. He hit the sand barrier thing at the pit road entrance. Ugh. Green this time. You know, I'm liking where well, obviously I like where Chris is. He's in the lead, but I'm liking where that Chapman machine is of Trey. I think he's got the car where he can, if he can get past these 2 leaders either in the first turn or off the restart with a good restart, I think he can hold that lead for a little bit. But when does the faster cars like Connor and Handel get to this pack? Or does another unfortunate thing like Connor getting walled or Handel getting walled or somebody else getting walled that is a fast car as we're heading to the restart zone now? And Trey, we're back green as Chris gets shoved out. Oh no, Chris gets shoved out side by side. Trey, or not Trey, OTF will lead the lap. Now into turn 1, OTF had the better corner. Chris kind of slow. Handel and Connor side by side. We're almost 3 wide. Almost 3 wide. OTF has gotten the lead after battling with Devin. Handel saying something about the 81 pushed me. I don't know what that's all about. As here comes Chris trying to get back to OTF and reclaim that lead. Chris just had a bad restart and a turn 1. As here comes Trey to the inside of Chris. He's gonna wall him. Trey has walled Chris. Oh no, Chris. Chris is probably gonna be sent probably to the rear of this thing by the time this is all settled with. As Connor's, something's happening with Connor. He just, Chris into the wall. I think courtesy of the 03, so is Handel into the wall. I don't know what Connor's doing here, and he's got a fast car. Take a look at what Connor did. He's wall riding. As they're trying to draft up all the way, here comes Devin to the inside of Trey for second. Now, ooh, yeah, let's see. Devin and OTF were pulling away earlier, but given that was because the majority of the pack had issues. Now, another lap led in the books for OTF, but they are closing in on them. Here comes Devin. Devin looking to the inside of OTF. And can Devin make that pass complete? He puts, I wouldn't say put him into the wall, but OTF goes into the wall. Now Chris pulling out a line back there, seeing if he can get a run on, it's like the 03, as Devin has pulled away with the lead as he makes a successful pass for the lead. Now, here comes Nook to trying to make the inside work on OTF. OTF bounces off the wall. Chris has got spin physics. Oh, OTF's not clear, but OTF's got a fast race car. See if he can get done. Ooh, Handel drives it in. So does Trey. OTF into the wall. That's going to slow Trey down. OTF goes for a spin. And so does Trey. Hard in the wall for Trey, but OTF saves it by caution. The caution will wave here at Indy. Handel's getting blamed for that. I don't think that was Handel's fault. I don't think that was Handel's fault, Brunswick. Green next time from race control. Is lap 11 of 30. This green next time. Oh, we got stack up as people thinking we're going green, but we're not. Yeah, Handel might be right on that one, Brunswick. As Connor's now going to get third. Now we're starting to see the faster cars up front now. You got Devin, Nook, and Connor. I'm not saying anybody, I'm not discrediting anybody in the field. Everybody's fast. But you got the more faster cars in front of this field. The other fast car has been sent to the rear for a debatable call on Brunswick's end, but, I'm not going to say and argue about it. All right, we will be going green this time. No? All right. Hey, Brunswick, Handel wants me to tell you that, Trey sent the corner 3 wide and washed up into everyone, causing 2 to wall bounce into him and spin. As we're going green this time. Brunswick will look into that as we're back green. Connor jumps out of line. Let's see if Connor can do anything. Nook jumps out. Nook also jumps out of line. Connor's gonna try to squeeze that. Here comes OTF. Out to the outside of Connor. Connor, all the way down in the grass, basically. Ooh. Rough thing for Connor. I think he's lagging as he almost hits the wall. As we got a good battle for the lead between Nook and Devin. Here comes OTF with bump drafting with the 0-3. Oh, OTF putting that bumper. Oh, Nook into the wall. No clue if he got into the wall on purpose by somebody or it was just sort of thing. As he's into the wall again, that time courtesy of OTF. As now they're going to try to bump draft all the way back up. Connor's falling all the way back to last. That's just not... Wow, is OTF going to go for the lead? Nook for second. Nook's also going to try to look for the lead. 0-3's also going to try to look for the lead. Here comes Devin now. 3 wide. Now we're 2 wide. This race honestly hasn't been a bad one. And we're only 14 laps in. As Trey Hard in the wall, courtesy of I don't know if that was Handel or Chris. I don't know. But you know what? I want to do some good old fashioned crank it up. How about you, Brunswick? Never mind. Nook spins into the field. This is the big one. The big one here at Indy. Caution. We were going to do crank it up, but big one. It seems like every time I call an audible crank it up, always seems to be a caution. Whew. Man. Caution. I think that was Nook that hit I think a wall clip or something. He got into the entire field. Connor in third, Devin first, Trey second, as Chris actually is in P3. Pit this time, pit this time. Do we have any comers? We have a bunch of comers. But who stays out? Does anybody stay out? And nobody stays out. Connor's going to elect for that first stall. See if anybody's sped. I don't think anybody's sped, which is good. Let's watch the race off of pit road. It's, oh my God! OTF is up and over on pit road. OTF has came up and over on pit road. Wow. OTF is still up and over. OTF is now flipped back as Devin's going to get first off of pit road. Connor's third. Nook fourth. 03 looks to have gotten fifth. Yep. And 06. Green this time. Go-kart. Go-kart deep in the field. So OTF and Chris. But I want to know what caused that with OTF and whoever that was, because he just flipped on pit road. From what I was watching, it looks like somebody just turned right into him and got him on the pit wall and just like. Oh, OTF looked to try to turn Handle. I don't know if Handle did any of that. As we're going green this time. Green this time, fellas. And watch it. We're back green here at Indy. OTF is gonna bush it. OTF does a bushy. But it doesn't matter because he's gonna be sent to the back anyways. Wow. That could have really helped Devin. But it doesn't matter because Devin's now pulling away from second. Trey, here comes the 03 with a run. Trying to look for second. Now the third past Connor. Now he's into the wall. Gets into Connor. Now we are almost 3 wide. Yeah, we were 3 wide for second. Oh my God, this race is fun. As Connor barely hits the wall, he just gave a little love smooch. And now, oh, that time, no, that wasn't no love smooch. Nook put him into the wall. Oh, Connor's not clear. We got a wreck. Connor saves it. But once again, very time wrecking his OTF has turned himself on with Connor. That shouldn't be the caution. One car. But that's once again going to be costly to Connor because OTF just. Connor already hit the wall and went to basically to the back, and then OTF thought he was clear, came up and put Connor fully into the wall. Cleaned him out. As now they're trying to draft up to Devin. And some would argue that Devin is a sweat. I wouldn't, because I've raced with Devin multiple times. He's an driver. I mean, he's a good driver, don't get me wrong. Great driver to race with. But he is in that MWRT series, which people classify those people as sweats. But as yeah, they're trying to draft all the way up to Devin. Oh, we got a wreck. It's the 0-3 hard into the wall. Saves it. Oh, never mind. He's still wrecking with Chris. Into the grass. Chris is wrecking with them. This might be the caution if they don't get it straight. Caution. Oh my God. What a weird day for the 0-3. Also, Brunswick, what's the 0-3's name by chance? If I can get a name on the 0-3 for commentary. Oh, assuming we're gonna be going green this time. Quickie yellow. No, pit. No, maybe pits. Nope, never mind. Now, this is gonna really save Connor, but if I'm Connor, I want to get I want to get up front in the pack because every time I'm deep in the pack, I'm getting walled. Someone's not clear. I'm getting involved with every little thing. I want to be up in that front pack. You know, the front pack's usually only 3 cars. Only usually 3 cars. But sometimes people can draft up and create a draft line. But like I said, if I'm Connor, I want to get up in the front, not get involved with anything. Like I have been. So like I said, if I'm Connor, I gotta get a good restart here and get to the front as quick as I can and start pulling away because time's running out as we will be coming to 10 laps to go. At the line, we're back green here at Indy. Connor now jumps out of line 3 wide. 3 wide for third. Now for fifth as OTF gets a good start. Now, oof. Yikes. Connor did not get a good start. But I do believe in Connor. I believe he can get up to through this back and could win this race as he's got a good run on Chris. But no, here comes Handel giving the shove to Chris. As Connor's now looking for fifth. Connor up to fifth. As we got a battle for the lead. Oh, Trey! Uh-oh. Trey, keep it on the wall, baby. Keep it on the wall. Oh. Connor now up to fourth. Is there going to be any contest? He's got the draft. Up to second. Here comes Connor. Oh! OTF almost turns Connor.
Rocky, thanks for covering for me, but I think me and you can take it from here. This is Big Mist up here in the booth here on a magnificent Monday night for some D2 Indianapolis racing.
Also, I'd like to correct myself on that one. It was not OTF who almost turned Connor. It was Trey. As Connor's now got to run down the back straightaway. Can he get there? He's got to
Devin,
jump.
look, they're side by side into the wall. Trey behind. Devin and Nook side by side trying to get it done here at Indianapolis.
Connor into the wall. Chris has got spin physics. Oh no! Arn into the pit barrier goes Chris.
Oh, now it's hard the pit wall.
Is that going to bring
gets away now with 8 laps to go?
Will that bring up
one? Oh, OTF up the track, almost turned Nook.
As we got a battle for fourth, or well, third and fourth. It's Nook, or not Nook, fuck, Handel and Connor. Trey's looking with them.
Nook is gonna have to, reset. This is that time. It's 8 laps to go. You're still in striking distance. It's time for that mental reset for the 43 of Nook. Right now, you've got Handel behind. You can't start giving up time. But what you can do is you can be patient. You don't have to take huge chunks out of this time. Whoa, we got a spinner! It's Connor!
Connor was
the man, the myth, the legend, Connor, the defending winner of this very race, into Handel and in to the outside wall. Look! Around into Connor!
Oh, that's gonna bring up the caution. Caution. What happened there is Connor tried to burn Handel.
Hey, look back in second place and look who is in that position to take this win. It is Trey.
Yeah, I'm assuming we're gonna pit this time. I was about to say we might have pit. Oh shit! Laps are reset to 20. What the fuck? Anyways, we might have had pit stops because Connor was at around the 9 mark. That's around what, 25%, 15% ish, Vista.
Yeah, I think that now what you're gonna see here, that 900 mark, and pretty much everyone's floating around that number. But Connor is significantly lower than basically everyone out there. The only person even comparable to Connor is Nook in that 43 machine.
Look in DMs.
But it is Devin out in front now. Everybody with their pit lights on. And I think when pits open, everybody's coming. Now it's about, what do? Do you take 25? Is it 50? What's the call that's going to take you to victory lane today? Someone is going to try and figure out a way to manipulate this and take them all the way to the finish. Handel.
Oh, Handel.
Really big.
Oh, Connor.
Crashing into the road. It's the 81.
It was the 81. Connor had to go into a pit stall. I don't think he wanted.
Around in pit road, everybody into a box. Devin and Trey, the only people who haven't taken their pit box. Here comes Trey down into a stall.
I'm watching the race off of pit road. Who's going to get it? Is it going to be Devin, who's got the first pit stall?
It's going to be a great call for Connor. It's going to get him out in P3.
As Devin gets the race. Yep.
Great call by Connor. He'll come out in third and have a shot at going up here and, make a good restart, make some magic. Maybe go back-to-back here in the BRL D2 race here at Indy.
Yeah, one guy I'm looking at, Mista, it's our pole center for today, that number 49 machine of Handel.
Handel, it's predominantly a road course racer, but, Handel's wheeling strong, and he always does. Handel has a strong wheel. He can get up to the front, lead laps. But his expertise is getting those checkered flags on road courses. And this ain't exactly a road course, but small turns and a flat banking, kind of comparable to a road course. So I think this might actually play into Handel's traits, which make him so good at this kind of thing. Maybe he'll come out of here with a win today.
Yeah, like I said, I said before you joined a little, if I'm Connor, I know I got a shot to win this race. I want to get good on these restarts. And because, he's been okay on these restarts, but he just can't get that run because he gets shoved out. But if I'm Connor, I want to get to the front. I know that.
Look, there's a job to do now. There's no having a bad restart. It's all just, you got to either show up now or there's no more showing up. This is the end of all ends.
Yeah, that car of Devin, you know it's faster than you. But you know it's faster than you, but you hope you can get in front of it. As we're back green here, it's once again.
Oh, it's a bad restart for Devin. Here comes Trey on the bottom.
Yeah, and once again,
I don't think he can block that. Very bad restart for Connor. OTF's gonna put the pressure on Trey in that 5 machine. Can he make it happen on the bottom?
Here
the
comes
short
OTF.
answer is maybe. He's still there. He can still give it a shot on Devin. Devin's going to take a wider turn radius. Trey is going to put his nose right back on the inside of Devin on the back straightaway.
Yeah, past couple restarts, mister, like I've said. Connor has got pushed out by this guy right here, OTF, giving that shove to Trey.
Side by side into the corner. I think Trey might get him this time.
Oh, here comes Connor to the bottom of
Connor, 3 wide. 4 wide potentially. Into the wall goes half the field.
Where did Connor come from?
Comeback kid coming right back from the restart adversity. He's the second with 5 laps to go. And as I say that, he grabs the fence, and it might be a Denny up the second.
Like I said, that Napa Toys R Us machine of Connor was my pick to win this race, but he's got 3 laps to do it, mister. Can he?
Trey is out in front, but man, look at the way Connor's ripping. This dude has a fire biting him, and he is trying to... Okay, I'm just going to shut up. Let's try this again. Run the tape back. You didn't hear anything. He's got a fire burning him, and he's trying to put it out, silence the critics with a win. But Chris wants it more. He is there.
Connor, I think Connor's
the D1 points leader is up to 3rd now with a shot to win this race. He's got to get past Nook and Trey. The guy that's been leading the whole way through this, Devin, and he is up to 4th, but man, he's running out of sand in the hourglass.
Oh, someone hit the pit wall. That might be the caution right there.
That's go-kart. We stay green with 3 laps to go.
3 laps to go. Can Connor
Devin
get
to
there?
3rd. Oh, interested.
Oh, bad. Something bad happened with Connor. He's all the way in.
OTF's winning at the back of this field. Into Connor.
That might be it. Bring out the caution. Maybe no. We stay green.
I think we're going to stay green.
Caution.
No, it's a caution.
Very questionable.
The caution is out. OTF and Connor spin at the back, and now we are going to overtime.
Yeah, we got the gassy overtime presented by Credit One Bank.
I think that's the double gassy overtime because this race is gassed up.
Oh, we got a red flag. I would assume that we're going to have to try
Connor is using up a lot of tire fuel with these burnouts.
Yeah, I would assume that this is going to be a quick yellow, mister. We will be going green this time, I would hope.
Yeah, that is not the caution that Trey wanted to see, but right now there's not much you could tell Trey that he wants to see. When you're the leader, everything's pushing down on you. You're worried about the car behind you, what they're going to do. If they pull out or anything, you're going to be in a bad position. These fellas did not get to Trey and Diddy very good. That might put them in a bad restart, but it might also let them bushy it and get a good restart.
You know who's really wanted that caution, mister? That 95 machine of Devin. Devin really wanted that caution.
I don't know about that because that puts Devin right back in the position to get shoved out. I think Devin was fast enough. He would have got there under the green flag conditions. Who probably wanted this caution is a guy like Chris. We're back green here at Indy. Heading in to the gassy overtime. Credit One Bank 3 wide, and there it is. Here comes Chris for 3rd.
Chris
maybe get 2nd. It's 4 wide. 4 wide into turn 1. Here comes Chris and Diddy.
Chris and Diddy. Chris just got shoved all the way down to the
Trey on the outside. He wants to hold it. He's going to do it. What a move by Trey to hold the point. If that wins Trey this race, he's got a lot to be proud of. But the checkered flag is far from flying. And Pickle Chris knows that dearly as he is taking the lead.
No contest, Chris to the lead.
Here comes Doug. Trey into the fence. Here comes Devin on the bottom.
Yeah, Chris, or not Chris.
I don't know what to say. Everybody's touching. White flag for Nook. Into the wall goes Handle. The white flag out for Nook.
The race.
Trey and Devin in hot pursuit of Nook. They've both seen this win slip away with a chance to reclaim what was once theirs. Nook says not so fast. He's still in the lead heading into turn 2. And Trey is there, not in the mood to let Devin take this from him. He is up to second, trying to chase Nook. He needs to make something happen. The 5 of Trey in hot pursuit of Nook. Time in the hourglass starting to dwindle. Nook with 2 cars side by side behind him. Will the glass slipper fit here at the Brickyard, or does Trey have one last in his tank? For the final corner, here comes Trey. It will not be enough. The 43 of Nook has done it. He has capitalized on the adversity of others. He'll kiss the bricks here at the Indianapolis Raceway.
Wow. Wow.
What a race by Nook.
Congratulations to Nook. You know, I said it, you know, him, Connor, and Handel, and Devin, if they could get in the front of the pack and get out of that deep pack, they had a shot to win this race, and obviously that was true.
Heck of a job by Nook.
Yeah, wow. Congratulations to my former teammate, Diddy Nook. As Connor's got
a heck of a job driving that car. I don't know how he kept his composure with guys like Trey and Devin right there on his bumper. There's a lot of people that would have lost it and probably been the race by that. That was one of the most high-stress situations I've seen in a while for Nook, and it really he maintained his cool so well. That is a win well earned. That 43 car.
Yeah, you know, he ran up front all race, but, you know, most of the race, I mean, I wouldn't say he ran up front, but the majority of the race, he just got caught up with everybody else's mess, getting into the wall because somebody else just wants to be an idiot. You know, somebody wrecking ahead of him into causing a caution. It is just...
Look, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what's going on lap 25 or lap 21 or lap 1. None of these laps matter except for the last one.
Yeah,
and it's been proven today by Nook. He was the leader for about a lap and a half in the last stint of the race, and that was all it took for him. He just, you know, he didn't have to dominate. It wasn't what today's race required. It required him to answer the call when, you know, the overtime, the cautions, the adversity for everyone else turned into a fortune for him. The man took everyone else's rags and turned them into riches is what Nook's done here today. And, I mean, he gave us a show. Like I said, that what Nook did, I consider to be one of the most impressive ones because Indianapolis is such a hard, a technical track. You know, if you were out there with a good gap and there wasn't anyone breathing down your neck and overtimes and stuff, then that's not as impressive. But what Nook did was, you know, he had to sit there and watch them drive it into every corner deeper and do it and, you know, just hold his composure. Don't make the mistake. This is a hard track not to make a mistake at, and he did it. It was just it's one of those things that very deserved, even if it wasn't dominant. The guy, you know, if it was just a slugfest and, you know, Nook got through a slugfest and he had to move people and all that kind of stuff, that would be a different story. What Nook did, he had Trey and Devin banging doors behind him, and in that kind of position, you're trying to, you're kind of wanting to watch behind and, if I'm going to get sent or what kind of thing you think's going to happen there. And sometimes you just have to do what Nook just did, which is focus forward and drive off. That was impressive what Nook just did, in my opinion. I know it sounds like glaze. I know what it sounds like, but Indy's hard, and not being the fastest car and being able to drive like Nook just did was awesome. And speaking of Mr. Nook, this is Big Mista and Rocky up in the booth. Do you copy?
Yeah,
Nook, we're just up here talking about I'm saying very impressive win that you just got here at Indy. A strong showing in the closing laps where, even then you didn't look like the fastest car, but it was a composed run to the finish. You didn't make a mistake. Walk me through how you were able to just put that together.
Get through the middle there. Down the back straightaway, I attempted to throw the block on Chris. It didn't work, so I went back high. And Trey's mad at me because he got screwed by Chris because he tried to go into his inside. Hooked himself on the corner panel. They both went into the wall. And apparently it's my fault for trying to throw the block on Chris, going for the win.
Yeah. Nook, I got a question. What team do you drive for again?
SMS.
Okay, so it's an SMS sweep at back to back for SMS at Indy. But Mister, go ahead with your questions.
Yeah, no, that was one of those things, lap after lap, you went from, oh man, I might have a chance to win this thing, to, God dang it, I'm out of it, to back to where you just did win this thing. I gotta say, Nook, what were the emotions as the race progressed?
It was up and down. I got frustrated at some points, got happy at some points. It was race had its ups and downs.
Yeah, and I guess what I was asking is, like, what was the toll of that? Like, what was the overall feeling you got about this race and all that kind of stuff?
I felt pretty good about it. Just kind of confused why Trey's mad at me for his own mistake on Chris when I was going for the move. I even said to him before, I'm going to go for this win. Don't rely on me helping you. I probably would have done the same thing if it was in my situation. You wouldn't have helped your teammates if you're going for your win.
And hey, you won the race. And I think that you and Trey now igniting kind of a feud. You and Trey seem to get into it kind of often, and we really never see a formalized feud, but rather just kind of a angry confrontation between you two after every race. What is your message to Trey and message to the people who want to know about what's going on with you and Trey? And, is there anything to come of this in the future, or do you think this is going to kind of blow over the way the rest of it has?
What stays in Indy? What happens in Indy stays in Indy. I've learned my lesson from Kentucky. Did not say what I wanted to say on here, so that's all I have to say.
Yeah, you might not be.
Not only was it an impressive win, but it was a growth moment for Nook here in the interview. You know what? That's like 2 rounds of applause. Rocky, give this man a round of applause.
Yeah, and Big Mista. Remember last time Nook and Trey got into it? You want to recall what race that was again?
Oh, that was Kentucky.
Ironically, Kentucky out of all places.
And
it was Coda. Remember when I coined my favorite catchphrase?
Yeah,
we're just let the 2 monkeys fight it out.
Anyways, Nook, that was a great win. Glad we could have you up here in the booth with us. Brunswick, get me somebody else to interview.
All right.
I know Trey wants one.
Yeah, let's get Big Trey.
I mean, we just talked to one side of the feud. Let's get the other side up in here. If he's going to join, that's always a question we have to ask.
Yeah.
Well,
There
all
he is.
right. Trey, this is Big Mista and Rocky up in the booth. Do you copy us?
Yeah, I do.
Trey, this is one of the toughest tracks in the whole. One of the toughest tracks on the whole circuit. One of the most infuriating ways. One of the most infuriating tracks, just because of how much changes, how fast it changes, and how hard it is to drive at times. How does that impact the way that you drive? Is that kind of frustrating, or would you say that this is would you say that maybe that's not a huge impact on anything?
Mister, it's very frustrating.
Yeah, plain and simple. It's very frustrating.
And we want to
We
get your
just got
side.
done.
Goodness.
Okay, go ahead, Rocky.
Oh, well, we just want to get your side on what happened with Nook because,
It pissed me off.
well, what happened there?
Well, I mean, come to the two to go. You're a teammate. You're literally a teammate. And Chris has a run. That's fine. We could have went 3 wide. Handel's a little stupid ass, must I say. He wants to shove it 4 wide. Stupid move. And then 2 to go. Nook on the backstretch. Instead of us battling on the white flag, the idiot goes for the win. And I don't get why we're going to go for the win if there's other people faster than us and we're teammates and we could fight on the white flag, which makes more sense. Then to let somebody gain us and our team doesn't get a win. I'm pissed at it because I don't think it makes sense.
Well, Big Mister, you heard it.
Yeah, I've heard it, but I'm still kind of confused. Trey, what team do you drive for?
I believe he drives for SMS along with Nook.
Yes, that would mean that his teammate did, in fact, win a race. Trey, are you aware that Nook won the race?
Yes, I'm fine with that.
Well, then, Trey, knowing all the details, having some time to cool off, and considering the details of other races that you did today, do you think that this is going to carry on to anything, or do you think that you and Nook, especially after the rest of the stuff that's going on between y'all two, do y'all think that this carries into a future race, or do you think that what happens in Indy stays in Indy, as Nook said earlier in his interview?
Mister,
I don't think so. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think we can get into other things.
Well, Trey, not happy with the events of the race, but we're going to give you some time to cool off, and
Let's bring up Big Kriggle.
all right.
At Brunswick, let's bring up Big Kriggle if we can.
That'll be an interesting perspective to talk to. There was some aggressiveness thrown by that guy.
Yes, 100%.
And, we're talking about Chris. That guy, he was, this isn't the only race that we've done today, and that's what I was talking about in Trey's interview. Myself, I was subbing for Rocky, and myself, Trey, Go-Kart, and Chris all participated in an Iowa MWRT race in which...
And Handle.
And Handle, you're correct. Which might play a factor into the frustrations because a guy like Nook, he didn't run that race. But if you're Trey, if you're Chris, if you're Handle, and heck, even if you're me, you're just coming into this race frustrated because of just how difficult in terms of, the consistency of the turns. When you go to some tracks, you just have so much fun driving it. You come out of there and you're like, man, I didn't win the race, but, I still had fun. And you just kind of walk off. I was the winner of the race that I'm talking about, and I was frustrated, and I barely even wanted to do this tonight, and I went and I ate some dinner, and I talked to my brother, and here I am. But, man, it was a frustrating endeavor, and I think that adds to the frustrations that Trey already has with the way he was raced, because he comes into this race angry about, the contact at the end of the Iowa race, and just frankly the fact that Iowa was such a difficult and sometimes very unfun track to drive. It takes a toll over time. And, Indy, like I said in Nook's and Trey's interview, is not necessarily a fun track to drive. Most people really don't like Indy just because of the inconsistency of it. And I think you'll find that once that builds up, you have racing like you had there where everyone's just sending, they just want to win it because they don't want to come out empty-handed after all the racing they had to do.
Well, Big Mista, I guess that's the end of our interviews. If you want to sign everybody off.
If that is the end of our interviews, then we'll see you, I believe, tomorrow night, 40 laps, 8 field cap at Michigan International Raceway. Rocky, what were you saying?
I was just mentioning Michigan. I hope to be there, but if I cannot show up, then I will be in the booth with you, Big Mista.
I don't know the details of who exactly is going to be in the booth with me tomorrow night, but I'm on spring break, so I hope to be there, and I think that we've got a very entertaining show coming for us tomorrow. If you like what you saw today, you come back tomorrow because there's a lot more where that came from, that 3, that 4, 5 wide racing that we're so used to at Michigan.
You talk about 5 wide.
Yeah, 5 wide.
Yeah, you talk about 5 wide. I'm somebody infamous for going 5 wide on the last lap. Do we think we can go 5 wide on the last lap tomorrow, Mista?
I don't know about all that, but, if Chris can make a good Logano block, then we might have a shot.
Yeah. Well, fellas, it was a pleasure commentating tonight. Big Mista, take it away.
I would agree, Rocky. That was awesome race, but that's where we'll leave it. Tomorrow night, I believe 7 p.m. Eastern and 6 p.m. Central Time is how this will go. It's going to be a fun night tomorrow night, but